Hi guys, happy Wednesday. So I'm very excited to see you today because today we are talking about all things Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, lots and lots of stuff going on. So I'm super excited to do that. I have a little special something that we're going to be working with today to make our project. So how are you guys doing? Are you doing well? I'm going to put, while we sit here and chat, I'm going to put some lotion on. My hands feel terribly, terribly dry. Probably because I just washed them and washed my little rag out. So they are very dry. It's just the season, you know what I'm saying? So are you guys super excited for the sales? You know, we're having a sale. You know, we are. And it's like when you were a kid, if you're a book reader, I was a book reader. I still am. And you would be able to, like you would find the choose your own adventure books. And then, you know, you get to one place in the book and you make a choice and take you this way, and you get to another place, you take, or, you know, you had like choose your own ending. So that is kind of like what our sales are going to be, like a choose your own adventure. Okay. So let's first talk about, so that way I can get started with the card making. I did not know there was a sale. What is a sale and when? Lori, I'm going to tell you. Okay. So, well, let's talk about this so that I can start the process of the making, and then we'll talk about the sale. Shannon, I love a choose your own adventure. I do too. Okay, I'm going to take me off because I'm unimportant, and then we're gonna look at this. So this is what we're going to be working with today. This is this cute little reindeer. I don't have a picture. I mean, I do have a picture, but I didn't even think to grab it. Why didn't I think to grab it? I don't know. Hi, Betsy. So this is the Black Friday 2025 exclusive freebie. So you get this little reindeer die and the coordinating sentiment. It's a sending holiday joy, and it's in that same beautiful font that the warm wishes set is in. And as long as supplies last, any sales over $100 will get this fantastic little die. So we're going to make a card with it today. So that's what we're going to be doing. I think it's so cute. Now, if for some reason this is not your jam, which, I mean, I think he's adorable. And I suppose you could probably not even turn, like you could just do him as a deer, I bet. Wait, I'm not I am not a person who does a lot with wildlife. Is it the males have antlers? The females don't? The females have antlers, the males don't? Somebody has antlers and the other ones do not. You know what? I'm going to cut these out of brown. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull off all my parts. Okay. And then I always like to take when I have all of these off, I like to take my cellophane and I just lay it over top of it. That way I don't accidentally put something on that sticky part and like rip my paper and stuff. So I just lay it there, and then when I'm done, I can just peel it off and it doesn't rip the, what am I talking about? The cellophane. Okay. So let me get my papers out so we can do our die cutting. And then I have a red. You guys know I've got my little. So I want to do red for the bow, I think. And Betsy, hi, Wendy. Females have antlers at Christmas, so Rudolph is actually a girl. The boys lose them before Christmas. Eleanor, Thank you very much, Eleanor. The male deer bucks have antlers. Okay, so Wendy and Betsy, I know you both put this together. This die is the eyeballs. There's like different parts of the eyeballs. This looks like that's the white parts. This is the white parts, right? That's what I was thinking. And then this is the antlers. This is the ribbon. And then this is the two layering pieces of the reindeer with the little shoes, but I can color it. So I'm going to cut both these out of brown, this out of brown, this out of red, this out of white. The chest and the tail. Yes, Wendy, thank you. Okay. Now, I was going to say I have another piece of scrap of white. I'm not using a whole card base. So we're going to do that. I have an idea in my head for what I want the background to be. Of course, Rudolph is a female. She let a herd the earth through blizzards and snowy weather. Amen. I was just, so you guys know, because we get together every week, sometimes twice a week. Sorry about last night. I just couldn't get it together. So my mom normally is the person who is like the worker bee, the cog in the machine that makes all of the holiday things turn and work. You know how that is. And so this year, obviously my mom is not doing that. And me and my sisters are responsible for doing all of the work that comes with Thanksgiving. And y'all, like I do not know how. I told my dad the other day, I was like, this woman must have been just like hunting each of us down to be like, hey, what are we doing? What is this? What is that? What time? Oh my gosh. Shoot. What a rocks. I mean, I was always very appreciative because I had a wonderful mother, but having to manage the holidays by ourselves, I am so much more appreciative for all the things that she did to make the holidays magic. And I guess now it's just our turn, though it won't be the same. Thank you so much, Wendy. Oh, yeah. Well, I knew, Sharon, I knew what an amazing mother I had beforehand. There were just different facets of her, I guess, I didn't realize. And so now I'm learning. All right. I'm going to trim these down just a smidge because I actually think I'm going to cut two deers. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut 2 deers. All right, I'm going to cut this right here. So I have 2 bows that I can cut out. I don't actually think I'm going to need 2 bows, but just to be on the safe side. And then here, I'll cut a little extra. This one I'm not going to cut because I need to cut out another deer. All right. Oh, you lost your mom and your mother-in-law? Oh, Donna. Oh, I'm sorry. That is a rough one for sure. Okay. I gotta scoot these out of the way. So have you guys, hi Caitlin, happy Thanksgiving. Have you guys started decorating for Christmas yet? I am usually a hard and fast, like we don't decorate for Thanksgiving or for Christmas until after Thanksgiving because I don't like skipping the holiday. Though I understand that sometimes that doesn't always fit in with people's schedules. But usually we don't do like any of our, like we don't put our tree up or anything like that until after Thanksgiving is over. And no decorations for you, Lisa. So right now, my husband was off work today and my son was off school. So they are outside putting up the Christmas lights. because they're both off, but also while it's not like, what is the temperature right now? Oh, it's pretty cold. It's 38, but there's no precipitation. So I guess that that is working for them. Yeah, so I think probably this year, this weekend. Hold on, I gotta find a cup. I gotta find a clean cup. I think probably this weekend we'll do our tree. My amazing husband spent all weekend cleaning the carpets. Like, we cleaned out the front room, which is like the kids' kind of playroom, and then the family room where a lot of jelly bean stuff still was, because she needs supervision for a lot of stuff, and she still doesn't for some. But he went through and cleaned all of the carpets, because you guys, we looked at getting the carpets cleaned, like having somebody come in and clean them, for one room. No, 2 rooms with carpet to be cleaned and deodorized, 1 hallway, 1 staircase, $400. $400. I was like, what? But then I didn't even know this. My husband clued me in that apparently at Home Depot you can just like rent a professional, like an industrial cleaner. I didn't know that. So yeah, we cleaned them ourselves. Laura, it's very windy in Northeast Ohio. In fact, my husband went to the grocery store and he had to go to another place to get cheese. We both needed cheese for our recipes. And the main grocery store didn't get their dairy truck because of the wind. They're not letting trucks on the turnpike. Hi, Julie. So yeah, they had no cheese. I'm sure they lost out on a ton of sales. Let me scoot this down. Let me rotate you several different ways to see what will work. That looks like it'll do. And then what about you? Can I get you in here? Okay. Ooh, don't move. Oh, I gotta scoot you over just a smidge. There we go. Stay right where you are. My husband asked for carpets cleaned and car detailing for Christmas. Oh, Erin, that's nice. So, my husband also very much likes a clean car. And last year for Christmas, I got him this, like, it's like a little personal vacuum. So as he wants to clean things up, I'm going to have to move this, I think, down here. Like as the kids are in the truck and, they get crumbs or whatever, he can just whip out his handy dandy little personal vacuum in his own truck. He doesn't have to wait for the shop vac, and he can just vacuum those crumbs right up. I should be better about it, because like obviously it's something that we pay for and we're invested in, but I literally could not care less. And I know that sounds terrible, but I do not care if my car is a mess, if my kids have put crumbs in it. Like, I just don't. It does not register on my radar. It's not like disgusting, it's not like there's, but like as far as whether or not there's crumbs or leaves or any of that. Hi, Cynthia. I don't care. All right. So let's get these. And then we're also going to do, while I have the little die cutter out, this is like a huge honking die cutter. While I have the die cutter out, I'm also going to die cut hold on. There we go. a circle out of masking paper, and that will be for our background. Speaking of adult ingredients, I'm asking for socks. I love socks. Okay, so I love socks. I ask, like, socks is always a great stocking stuffer for me. And if you like fuzzy socks, I'm going to give you a tip, Erin. Okay. Dick's Sporting Goods has, they're called cabin socks, northwest, northeast cabin socks. And they typically have them on sale, like buy two, get one free. And they are the best, fluffiest. It feels like when you do have to pay attention because there's a couple of different ones, but it feels like when you put your foot in them that there's like lotion in there or something. Oh my gosh, they're like the nicest socks. I bought them for my sisters, for my mom, for myself. And now, like, honestly, they're pretty much the only socks I wear. So Lisa, you know those socks. Oh my gosh, they're so good. They're such good socks. And they're always on sale at the holidays. They're excellent. All right, so that's all of our pieces. I will regret not cutting more, but we're gonna throw caution to the wind, and I'm gonna set these to the side. Now I have to find my masking paper that I can die cut. Please bear with me. They're double-sided adhesive sheets. Sometimes we just redid, well, I shouldn't say we, because I really didn't have anything to do with it, but my sister recently helped me out and like reorganized my cardstock. And so I used to keep all of my stuff on the bottom. That was like my masking paper and stuff. I used to keep it in this bottom cubby, but now I have too much colored cardstock, and I think it got moved. But where did it get moved to? This is the question. What are you? Double-sided adhesive sheets still. So where did I put? Oh, is that it? Are you the stripes or are you the full sheets? Masking Magic, Gina K. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So I'm not a fuzzy sock person, but I love the Support quarter socks from Malaysia, and they are great in my steel toes for work. Nice. Okay, so I like this one because it has a backer. It's a masking paper that has a backer. And so it makes it very easy to die cut, and then it has a seam up the middle so that it makes it easier to just peel it off. So now I have to figure out the size of my circle. Okay, here's our A2 size card. You want to meet my sister? One day, maybe I could get her to come over. Nope, too big. That's good. One day, maybe I could get her to come over here and visit us. Okay. I'm going to do this here. And I'm going to use my mint tape. Oh, look at it. Didn't stretch all the way across. Fell a little short there. All right, let's try again. There we go. Okay, now we will run that through, and then I think we will be done with the die cutting for the whole card. Oh, it's a little cattywampus. Don't do that. Make sure your stuff is lined up. All right. So I don't need the outside. I need the inside. So I'm just going to grab that and set that aside for when we do our background in a little while. Okay. And there's that. And now we can move here. Do you see this part that it was stuck to? That's from our last live, which honestly is what I started to, I was going to edit last night so everybody could see how the card came out. You've got to die under the platinum. In here, or just under it in general? You got me questioning myself. I don't see anything. Oh, I thought it was a Spellbinder's die. Oh, because of the color. That totally tracks. Okay. So now we're going to work on separating out our pieces parts. So you can see, let me zoom us in here. So you can see that the die has like the same beautiful detail that we would have with our Lovely Layers dies. Susan, thank you so much for asking. She is totally fine. Oh, too far out. Jelly Bean is totally fine after her misadventure. Because kids, as my husband said, are very resilient, which I do know, like on a logical level, I do know that, but still struggle, still on the struggle bus, for that poor, for this poor mama. All right, so I am going to, these are like all the little pieces parts. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how this lines up. Okay. And then here. So it very clearly has a back leg, back ear, tail, back tail. Okay. So this one, if you were die cutting all of them out of just colors, you would do this back one a darker color. So I am just going to, I'm just going to lay one on top of the other and add a little bit of color. I'm not going to get too crazy with this. So this is the 30s family. This is a warmer brown family. So I'm going to do the ear here and mark that, the tail, the leg, this under bit of the leg, and then the leg here. Okay. And then now we can come in. Let me switch to my darker color so we don't have to do it twice. All right. And then this way we can come in and add our shading, especially down by like this, the foot and the back leg. This, the hooves have their own stuff, so I'm not worried about coloring over that. This bend in the knee is definitely going to be darker, and then the shading will come down like that. And then we can blend that out with this color. I'm going to make that all dark because it's way underneath the body. This one still has a little bit of lightness because it's in the front. Same thing with the ear. All right, now I'm just going to pick a random, it doesn't really matter. We just need a lighter color to kind of blend it out to the cardstock color. So I'm just picking, I just picked a 30. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It looks so dark right now because it's, the alcohol is so wet. We just need it to kind of push back that 35. All right. And now then for this one, let's look at the shape of the body. You know what? Let me zoom in here. I apologize. Okay. So let me look now at the shape. So the head is turned back. So we're definitely going to have shading up under the neck here. And then up under his or her, we're giving her antlers, face. So there'll be shading all in here. This is going to be exposed to the lightest areas. Like, see how rounded that is, and it's all open. And then here, you probably can't see it, but there is like an embossed line for behind the leg. So we're going to add a little bit of shading there to push that leg forward. And then I'm just going to move this. Then down here, this will come back like this. And this front part of the leg here will be a lighter. We want to make sure we leave that light so that it is separate. It creates that separation from the front and the back. But we can add, just a little bit of shading to the back little tushy here and the back of the leg, and just kind of come up like that. All right. So I did that with my mid-tone. And so now I'm going to go back in. This is with that darker color. And you guys are probably going to be like, you're a little crazy. But here's the thing. I'm going to color some of this in a little bit dark. So you can't see it, probably. But there is a lot of embossing here, which is like would indicate the little freckles that the deers or the reindeers have. And I want to play up those little freckles. But in order to do that, I will need to have a little bit of a darker area for contrast so that the white really pops. Okay, and we'll bring this back and blend that in up here this way. And then again, we're just going to use that lightest color. All right. So you guys are mentioning classos. I do maybe have something up my sleeve. Stay tuned. But we are going to do a free honeybee class. We're going to do a free honeybee class coming up. For tags. We're going to do a free class for tags. All right. So here is our little deer. And then like it has the little white section here for the chest and then the little white belly piece. So we're making our way. I am going to add a little bit of pink. And then remember, because we are working on a colored cardstock, we want to do, normally I would just go in with an R20, but because we're working on colored cardstock, we do want to make sure we use a little bit of a darker color. So I'm going to use this R32 in the ear, and then I'll blend it out with my 20, just so it will show up as a little bit of pink. I joined Kelly's live and realized my peeps weren't there. Happy Wednesday. Where were you, Britt? Oh, you were on my channel. Can you not, if you're on my channel, can you not see other people's comments? That's interesting, Brandon. I would like to know that. Okay. So there's that. And then the outside of the eye will be white. The inside of the eye will be black. White belly, white chest. I have to do the inside of the eyeball black. This is for the tail, the white piece on the tail. All right, so let's very quickly I'm also, if you do the little antlers, I'm pretty sure they get tucked in between the layers. How did these little antlers go? Hold on, I gotta look at a picture. I'm the only one that can see both. Interesting. That is crazy. I wonder why they are separate. Okay. Nope, that's not what I want. Yes, go back. Okay. So it sits actually on top. It sits on top like this. And then tucks kind of behind the ear. So like that. All right, so let's do these. We're going to do these in a darker brown. We're going to do a 57 and a 59. And I am going to do, like in the middle where they meet is going to be darker. And then I'm going to go along the sides of the bottoms. Okay. And that's going to help create a little bit of dimension between the two. All right. Okay. So now we have our fawny colored reindeer with the dark antlers, right? Yes. Okay. I will do the shading on the whites, but I think that it's going to make more sense to do it once I have everything put together. All right. So now we're going to do this one. Okay. So while we do this, if you have a question, I always color my fingernails, by the way, Lisa, so you're not alone. I'm going to get a little sip. I'm going to get a little sip of tea here. I am going to, in order to look at the sales and read them to you guys, I have to kind of not look at the comments. So just know this is now is not the time for questions. Lisa, I have not decided about going live this Friday. I know that's the second time you asked, so I wanted to make sure to get to that. So then just hold your questions until I'm done reading if you have them. Okay, so let me go down. Why can I not find what I am looking for? Oh, because I'm in the wrong one. I got to go over here. There we go. Okay. So if you subscribe to the newsletter, you probably have already received this. So tonight at midnight is when our sales are going to start. And they are, as I said earlier, in case you weren't here, they are a choose your own adventure type situation. So we are going to start off with Thursday. And this is not, it's not like a secret because we want you to find the one that is going to be the best option for you. That's why we're telling you all of them up front. That way there aren't any surprises about, well, oh, had I known that this sale was going on this day, I would have waited or what have you. You guys know what I'm saying. We want you to have the best experience with the sales and for it to be the most, you to be able to use it the most efficient way that works for you. Okay. So Thursday is the kickoff for the holiday weekend, and it's 25% off your entire purchase. There's no exclusions, there's no code needed, and your discount will automatically apply at checkout. You can't combine this with any other sales, coupon codes, or your honey coins. So something else to just keep in mind. So that is the first one. And that is starting tonight at midnight. As I said earlier, this set that we're working with here is the, I'm going to switch over to the 59, is the freebie. And that will be available for any orders over $100 as supplies last. So that is on Thursday. On Friday and Saturday, the Honeybee branded merchandise. So anything that has the Honeybee brand on it, the Be Creative inks, the glues, the paper pads, obviously stamped die stencils, all of those things. Anything that is underneath their brand will be on sale 30% off. And so this is where we're like, you're going to want to stock up on, you know, any of those, like those consumables. If you super love a paper pack, you know, things like that, that this is the time that these types of sales are going to be super beneficial for us. And then, you know, obviously we have the freebie. So, and again, there's no coupon code needed. Your discount and freebie will apply at checkout. Oh, I apologize because I think the freebie is not being offered until Friday and Saturday. That's what it looks like. I will double check that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know if maybe Betsy's more in the know than I am. I'm just looking at the way that they worded it, and I'm wondering if that is the case or not. Okay. So I will double check that. So then that's Friday and Saturday. On Cyber Monday, we move into a buy two, get one free on all Honeybee branded tools, paper pads, gems, pearls, stickers. And so again, there's no code necessary for that. It's just a different kind of way to offer the things. So again, we're able to choose our own adventure and what is going to work for us. Sorry, I got to bring that down a little bit. Okay. So that is Cyber Monday, no code necessary. Your free item will be applied automatically at checkout. And again, none of these sales can we combine with other sales with our honey coins. So that's all of the sales, but that's not all of the fun. The fun is also included in, they're doing $500 in giveaways. So that they're spreading a little extra holiday cheer. Every purchase you make from Thursday through Monday automatically enters you into a daily drawing for a $100 Honeybee Stamps gift card. They will choose one winner from each day's orders and announce all 5 winners on December 2nd. So that way the more orders you purchase, the more entries that you have for that particular way to win. So, okay, now I will do my best to answer if there's any questions. Also, please remember that I am just the deliverer. I do my best to understand understand all of the things that are going on. But sometimes I only have the information that was given to me. Okay. Oh, Jen, you ordered the nativity set. Well, I'm excited. So I am in the middle of I'm going to do these. You know what? Maybe I'll leave the antlers off of one. Okay. So I am going to go in and do kind of like a quick little outline around here just so it doesn't look weird. Okay, there's that. Being on only Social Security makes it hard. Girl, I totally get that. So just, if it works within your budget, then pick the one, that is going to work best for you. And if it doesn't, like that's okay too. That is okay too. All right. I'm just taking this around so it doesn't look crazy when we start to put it together. All right, now I'm not going to do the antlers on this one. I think I just told you that. Oh, yes. So Brandon points out a very good thing, which this is why I almost always shop that 25% off your whole order, because Honeybee doesn't just carry Honeybee products. So if there's something that I have been eyeballing, like he mentioned the Spellbinder scissors. If there's something that I'm like, oh, I know that I want to try this, I will usually wait for there to be this kind of type of sale. So that way I can go in, and maybe Spellbinders doesn't have their scissors on sale, but Honeybee carries them and they have them on sale. So then I can go in and kind of snag what I would like at a little bit of a cheaper price, just because of that whole 25% off. Okay. So I'm going to add some reds to this. Oh, yeah, Betsy, that's right. The Olos. Oh, they carry Olos. Yeah, that would be a great way to kind of stock up on those as well. Or if you're like, hey, I'm a person who just wants to try them, getting them on a sale is an excellent way to snatch those up. So I would just highly encourage you to check out the website, not just the branded products, or not just I'm looking for my R29, to check out all of the things that they carry. Did I put it over here? I sure did. Okay. I think I missed something in the comments about dollars, but that's okay. All right. So now you might notice that I'm not really adding any shading into the center. This bow has a center piece that we will attach, so I don't feel the need to add anything to that. And I think it'll be easier to shade the white parts once everything is put together. So the only other thing that I am looking for is this is the white around the eye. And then I'm pretty sure this is the actual eye. I need to find my tweezers. Okay, and then this will sit on this. Right? Yes. Okay, now I need to look at the picture again. Yeah, and the nose and okay. So this needs to be colored black. I'm sorry. I'm separating out here. What is that? What is that part? The ear. Oh, they have a section for the ear. Okay. I didn't realize they did. We'll color that part pink. All right. So this is the ear. That was my own fault. This is the belly. Belly. And then eyeball, eyeball, all these hooves. These will all be black as well. Do I have 4 out? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 4 in here. Okay, good, good. And then this is an eyeball. This is 2 tail bits. And then that's a tail bit. And then this. And then this. Okay. I also think there is graphics, Jen. Yes. There is graphics here. I have one nose. I think I lost the other nose, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is just me personally. I'm going to color one of these noses red, this one right here, to make one of them Rudolph. And then I am going to do the other one black right on the thing because I am who I am. I am who I am. Oh, okay. So we're going to do this little guy red. And this is where, like Lisa was talking about how her fingers would be colored. This is how I end up coloring my fingernails. So that is one red nose. These are done. They just need to be glued together. These are all white bits. These are the ears. I need to see how this lays out though. Oh, it goes like this. So the opposite of what I thought. See, I'm so glad that I double checked. So it goes like that. All right. So we're going to add our pinks. I want to take it over here because I don't want to pick up that other color. So we're just going to take our pinks and just kind of blend those up. And then you can always take a colorless blender if you want them to be a bit softer at the top and like blend out into white. You can take your colorless blender and go over that. Okay. So those are my ears. And now everything else is just black. Is this it? Nope. If I cannot find the black, because my desk is a disaster. Nope, there it is. All right. So now here for these, I'm just going to like dab them on there and do the best that I can. You could also cut these out of black cardstock, but I would rather chase them around to color them than have to separate out all of the dyes into other colors. That's just me. Everybody, as they say, pick your hard. Okay. Some of them are upside down, so that's why you see me kind of messing around with them a little bit. And I do try to make sure that I also get the sides. And I do just want to say this is probably one of the few videos that or a few lives that I won't turn into a standalone video. Just because this particular one is limited. So, okay. Will there be a December release? Naomi, there will not be a December release. Okay. Ooh, hi from Hilton Head. How's the weather down there? We like to vacation down there. All right. So there's that. I'm going to scoot all those over here. And then that way I can clean this up and we can start gluing. Oh, wait. What are you? Were you just a random that was left over? I think you were just like a random die cut from something else I was working on. Would that surprise anybody? No. Okay. Hello. You haven't seen me live in years. Well, welcome back. Here, Lisa, you were talking about how don't worry, you're not alone. Here I am with my black fingernail. what is a good pair of scissors to purchase? So I have these ones from scrapbook.com, which are the titanium coated ones, and I do like these. These are good if you don't like a heavy scissor, or like my mother-in-law has rheumatoid arthritis, so a heavy scissor is not good for her. So I do like these. If you can do a heavy scissor, these are fantastic. These are the shears from Spellbinders. Like you can just hear them. They just sound nice. Or if you like if you are looking for a detail scissor, Spellbinders has a little non-stick pair. Where did I put them? I don't even know. They have a little a detail scissor. That's like 4 inches. I really like that one for fussy cutting. So there's a couple of good options out there. Okay. Don't worry about being late, Barb. Don't worry about it. All right, so let's start putting these bad boys together. I'm going to leave us zoomed in while we do this because we have a lot of little bits. Okay. And then I fully intend to do the shading on the white, but like I said, I'm not going to do it until they're all together because the bits are little. All right, so we're going to line this up. And then I do, especially with the bigger pieces, I find that I have an easier time lining them up if I pick them up, like with my hand. Slightly off topic, but what is the sandwich you use for Honeybee's 3D embossing folders for your Spellbinders Platinum machine? That's okay, even if it's off topic. That way we can talk about that. So I follow the sandwich that is recommended by Spellbinders. And so I have the universal plate system. Do you have that as well? Because I don't know if they're the same or not. Let me know if you have the universal plate system. If you do, then the proper sandwich for a 3D embossing folder is an A plate, a B plate, I'm pretty sure it's an A plate, a B plate, or maybe there's no B plate. Maybe it's just the A plate. All right, now I'm going to have to double check. Yes, you do have the universal system. Okay, so the proper plate for a 3D embossing folder is an A plate, your 3D embossing folder with your paper inside, and then a D plate, D like David, the adapter plate. Okay. So Hockey just asked what die set is this. So this is the freebie die set that is being offered with the Black Friday sales, I believe Friday and Saturday. Okay. I need to clean my craft space. I have lost my glimmer plate. Brandon, that also happened to me. And then I bought a new one. And then, of course, I found the other one because that's just how it works. That's just how it goes. All right. Round part on the top. So this is our little eyeball. Well, the white around the eyeball. So we are... Oh, Denise must be on Kelly's channel. Lisa, yeah. Denise, if you want to be able to see all your usual buddies, you got to hop over to the Honeybee channel. I didn't know that you couldn't see them all. And also, now knowing that, that I might just stop streaming on my channel when we do the Honeybee lives. Because I don't want it to be confusing for you guys to be able to find each other. I did not realize that that was a thing that you would not be able to. Okay. Denise, acknowledge, and I believe she is coming over to the Honeybee channel so that she can chit chat with all of you fine people. We got our core group. It's a lovely core group, by the way. Okay. So now eyeballs. And again, we want the round part to be on top. So I'm just gonna put a little dot there. And put that right in there. Don't go moving around on me. Okay, there's that. Okay. Yeah, what do you guys, should we just put them, I feel like maybe I'll just stop doing it on my own channel because I didn't realize that it was challenging. All right, now I got to figure out our hoof situation. Well, maybe I could just continue with the white, but I'll get these separated out so I know. This is upside down, I think. No, it goes that way. And then this is the same as this. Okay, let's do the little tails. This is the best group. There's only one other group that I really participate in. Too many rude people, many of the others. Oh my gosh, the rude. You know, oh, did you just see it fly out of my tweezers? Did you just see it happen? Did you just see it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Speaking of rude, right? It just shot out of there. Honestly, JB, will it impact my algorithm? Honestly, I think that the lives impact my algorithm poorly. I'm just being honest. I tend to, when I'm doing more lives and less edited videos, I lose viewership and subscribers because the base of my channel is people who prefer edited videos. All right, so this is the tail, the little white part for the tail, and I've lost my other one, and I'm not cutting another one. I will fill it in with a white gel pen. Okay. Yeah, Dawn, I would watch Dawn's lives. When Dawn comes back around to doing lives consistently, I absolutely watch hers. She's a treasure trove of information, and she is endlessly talented. And also, I happen to think that she is very funny and a good time. Okay. So there's the little belly. Okay. Well, Lisa, I appreciate that you think that if they're not watching, they're missing out. I get it. But I also understand that not everybody has 2 hours to spend with me. So I'm grateful for those of you who do. And I completely understand those that don't. All right, so we're going to put our little pink ear in here. Very cute, very cute. How, like, Brandon, when you put this together, was there a trick to the feet? Or will we just have to trial and error this? Because I'm not opposed, but if there is a trick, I want to know what it is. Okay. I'm going off based off of the other ones in the past, like other, I lost mine and colored them with Olos. Brandon, I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all. All right, that doesn't fit. This does. So maybe that is the trick to seeing. If they don't fit, you must have quit. What? No, he was guilty. Anyway, if they don't fit, don't glue them down here. All right, that one fits. So here's that one. So let's do this. Okay. I get annoyed if I miss a live because I don't have crafty people in my life, so I love chatting here. I love that. I also like it's hard to find people in your regular life who understand your love of crafting. All right, I think I've got them now. Okay. Let's glue these bad boys up. Do you remember? Well, I mean, probably most of us do. Some of us who are younger, some of us, not me. Some of you who are younger, might be too young. But do you remember when they did the OJ trial? I think that was like the first trial that they really publicly covered on court TV. And my wonderful graham cracker, watched that coverage like it was her religion. Every single day court TV was on. We were watching the whole thing from sunup to sundown. She was so mad at the end of that trial. She was mad, big mad. Big mad. But then she was very happy when her family won the civil suit. Okay. Right, Betsy, I think that is true. I think maybe the media coverage wasn't there for other ones, um, because like technology had just changed, and also I think around then is when the news went from actually being informational and just the facts, folks, to being a business. Now they're in the business of ratings, and they aren't necessarily in the business of being truthful. Or one of the guys I used to work with used to call it his daily dose of depression, and I would agree. I don't think they spend a whole lot of time sharing the warm fuzzy things, even though I do truly believe that most people are good, and those warm fuzzy things are still happening. Okay. There we go. So that wasn't actually too bad. And I struggle with die cuts. So that wasn't too bad. So this little bow obviously is supposed to go here. Adorable. Could you do it up here? No. You would have to do it down here. You could do a little bow on their tushies, I would suppose. That would be cute. Okay. So let's put our antlers on this one, because you said somebody said, was it Eleanor? Said that the female has the antlers. And by the way, that means that not just Rudolph is a female. That also means that all of Santa's reindeers are a female, because I don't think I've ever seen it depicted with them not having right, a butt bow, Barb. I think it's cute. Antlers. All right. So this one will get the little red nose. I confess I binge watched the Murdaugh trial. I have seen several. Oh, we can't even talk. Beth Ann, we can't talk about murder, girl. I won't talk about nothing else. I have watched several. I lost the nose. It just slipped right out of my hand. It just ping out into the universe. God was like, girl, you ain't even want to use that. So now I'm going to wipe off my glue, and I'm going to do it with a marker, because that's how I roll. All right. So we're going to give Rudolph a little red nose, and then we're going to give Prancer, Dancer, Vixen, whatever works for you, this little black nose. Okay. Cute. Let's do the bows. Male deers have antlers too. Google said, look at you being helpful. Google says, oh, both reindeers have antlers, but I think somebody said that the boys lose their antlers before Christmas, and that's why they're not, the reindeers are girls, because the boys have already lost their antlers for the season. Okay, little bow. The only exception, oh, per AI. Oh, I love an AI. The only exception is the reindeer or caribou, where both males and females grow them. Female reindeer use their antlers to help them access food during the winter. Interesting. I love learning things. I think my true crime obsession stems from working for the Texas prison system for over 20 years. I don't know, because even before I worked in a police department, I was all about the true crime. In fact, my love of a detective show can be researched all the way back to the days of Columbo when I watched it with my dad. Honestly, it's probably his fault, because we didn't have much that we bonded over, because my dad didn't like, I wasn't into bowling. They were bowlers. But we watched Columbo together. After working for Loyal, I have zero trust in the court system. I cannot judge you for that. All right, so here is with antlers, without antlers. I think both are equally as adorable. So let's back this up. Let's turn the beat around. Love to hear percussion. And then we will do the background. Okay. I think they're cute. And so here's my game plan here. Oh, I didn't even glue these. I just laid them there. Oh, Lord have mercy. Look, everybody watched Columbo. He was good. Who was that? Peter Falk? Okay. Our little bow here. So anyway, I was telling you guys that like my kid and my husband are home, and they're outside doing Christmas lights. So when I get done here, I'm going to be able to go check out their fancy Christmas lights. It's never the same. It's always a little different every year. So that's always exciting. All right. So my game plan here is Rudolph leading the way, and then to have another little reindeer. And I'm going to do like the little strings to connect them, like they're flying. And this is going to be our little moon. All right, so here I'm just going to peel these off. I did kind of lose my tape to this. I guess I could pull it off. It was really on there though, so I was nervous. No, Corolla, I don't think anybody ever saw his wifey. Okay, so let's get our moon in the center. Actually, I didn't do bad for eyeballing it. Close enough for government work. Okay. And then, nope, that's not. Yes, that is. So Rudolph will be all the way over here, and then we'll have the next little deer in line there. We'll connect them, and then maybe I should do it up a little, because then where will we put our sentiment? We took this out. Here it is. Okay. So then maybe we'll put it down. No. Maybe we'll put it up here. No, because then I'll have the white and the dark, and I don't like messing around with that. Do you watch the new Matlock with Kathy Bates? Doesn't she look fabulous? She looks so good. I hope I look as good as Kathy Bates does when I'm her age. All right, so maybe we'll put it down here. We'll do the little reindeer. And then we'll do the little sentiment down here. So the reason I'm trying to figure this out is because I want to stamp this before I want to do an emboss resist, because I know how much ink I'm going to put down, and baby, it's going to be a lot. I don't want to have to wait for it to dry. Okay. What if you make the card a landscape? So Jeannie, that's actually not a bad idea, but I didn't cut enough reindeers for a landscape card, because if I do them like this, then I would technically have room for the third, like for the next one to be starting. And so I don't have enough room for that. So I just need, a little bit of the reindeer to give the illusion that they still continue. I'm fine with cutting off my little reindeer's tushy. I'm not that precious about it. All right, so we're going to go down here. All right. I like to read murder mysteries. Not that many I have found on TV lately. I like everything that has to do I like everything that has to do with murder, which sounds terrible, except for the part where people die. So I just find it very fascinating. I originally, when I was going to college, I was going for my bachelor in criminal justice, with a minor in forensic psychology, because I think people are fascinating. And there is a part of me that very much wishes that I would have continued on that. It didn't work out for me at the place that I was attending. And I ended up coming back home so that I could keep working. But yeah, very, very interested. Okay, so I'm going to do this here, sending holiday joy. I just got to make sure it's straight. I'm not going to leave these guys here. I just need them for placement purposes. And that is straight. Okay. So I always find I have the best results if I preheat my heat gun. So I'm going to turn that on while we do our prepping and stamping. Honeybee also sells this if you're interested in trying it. Okay. Hallmark Mysteries for the win. Shelly, I don't know what a Hallmark mystery is, but I would love for you to tell me. What that is. Is it like a cozy mystery in books? Hold on one second. I got to grab my scrap piece of paper here. Kelly, which way are you supposed to turn to make more powder come out? Lisa, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I just turn it and then test it and then turn it and then test it until enough is coming out that I'm happy. That I'm happy with it. It's an entire channel. Oh, maybe I don't have it. We have some streaming services. I'm not a big TV watcher. I do like listening to a cozy mystery audiobook. I'm a fan of that. There's a super cute series that actually Kobe Smulders from How I Met Your Mother narrates on Audible that I really, really enjoyed. It was like the Christmas, it was a cozy mystery, Christmas Murder, something like that. And I really, really liked it, but then Audible, well, it was expensive and then it made me mad. So I canceled it. And now I use other services because basically I had signed up for Oh, everybody loves A&E. If you are a true crime fan, A&E is where you're at. Also, the Datelines. But so Audible, I need to just make sure it's cool before we get into the ink blending. When I signed up for it, it had, all right, we need to make a choice. So we can either do a true blue sky, or we can do a blue green sky. What would we like to do? Mistletoe murders. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Corolla, that's what I'm talking about, the mistletoe murders. But anyway, so when I signed up for it, they were included in my plan. But then Audible like decided, oh, randomly, these aren't going to be included in your plan anymore. You have to listen to them in the next 2 days, or you won't be able to listen to them because they're being changed to a different part of the plan. Like, what? Excuse me. I chose the plan that I chose to read the books that I wanted to read. True Blue. Sounds good. So I was miffed because I felt like that was disingenuous on their part, and then I dropped them, and now I haven't been back. All right, so we're going to have a glow from our moon. See, when I teach you how to do the glow from the moon at Halloween, it isn't just for Halloween. It's for all the moons. What die set is this? So this is the freebie for 2025. If you spend $100, I think it's Friday and Saturday, then as supplies last, you will get this die set, this cute little reindeer, and the coordinating stamp set that we just used with the sentiment for free. Cozy murders, funny phrase. I agree. It is a very funny way to describe things. So my mother-in-law is part of our book club, and she's like, oh, I don't really, she was like, I like books that are interesting and have good character development, and like there's a little twist that you don't see coming, but she doesn't like thrillers. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, what other books are you reading that have a plot twist? Like, is that just me? What I don't understand what other books there are that have a plot twist, but is not like a thriller or murdery style book. All right. So now we're going to do that little halo. We're going to add more color around the edges. Try to leave it a little light around the moon. I just finished the best audio book, Turns of Fate by Anne Bishop. It was like small town cops with a touch of strange. It was amazing, not scary, but really good fantasy elements. Okay, my mother-in-law probably would not like that, but I will definitely check that out. Turn of Fates by Anne Bishop. Okay, I have to make sure I come back and find it because I'll probably forget what the name of it is. Wasn't one guy arrested for driving a lawnmower too while drunk? That is illegal if it's a motorized. If it's a motorized vehicle, you can't drive it while you are drunk. That also includes a bike, by the way. Okay. I have to watch that Campfire Cooking from Another World because I love food with Denise. So I actually, that's so funny. Like we're talking about watching murdery shows. And then the only other thing that I really watch is like cooking shows. Like it's crime or cooking. I am currently watching the Holiday Baking Championship. That's kind of what's been going on in the background when I am sitting downstairs. Corolla. Lola. I love a mystery murder movie, but I can't do jumpy movies. Yeah, I used to watch scary movies when I was younger, but I have realized that I just have way too overactive of an imagination, or maybe I'm too riddled with anxiety. One or the other could be true. I can't watch anything that's going to make me be thinking some kind of way. It's not safe for me or for my family, because then I won't sleep and then I will be grumpy. Okay. Alrighty. So we know the trick. We work all the way out to our darkest color, and then we work our way back in for the nicest blend. The movie 7. Oh, wait. Oh, it's happening. There's so many of, oh my gosh, there's so many of us, guys. I'm so proud of us. There's so many of us. The movie 7 did me in because I was like, there are actually people out there that do that. Okay, so that's so funny. When I worked at the police station, I worked with a bunch of different, because like, just like anywhere else, there's always like younger people coming in, and we would try to eat together in the back room, like in the actual patrol room. And there was TV in there, and the movie 7 was on. And I was like, oh, what's in the box? And one of the guys was like, what movie is this even? And I was like, excuse me, sir, what's in the box? Like, you don't know what I'm referring to? You have never seen this? He's like, I've never even heard of it. Couldn't you even believe? Can you even believe? I was like, well, you need to sit down and watch it. Not on duty, but somewhere else. Okay. I was totally taken aback. Scary in an old-fashioned way, not gory. So scary in like, oh, why can't I think of it? Give me a second. In like a psycho way, like, where she was clearly murdered in the shower, but you didn't actually see the murdering. And then at the end, when his mother turns around, you get a nice little jump scare. Thank you, Denise. Silence of the Lambs was good. Those are actually books, Wendy. I didn't know that for like a really long time. And so I did eventually go back and read the books. Very interesting. I will have to watch this like 10 times to color and blend like you. You don't have to watch the same video 10 times. You can watch a bunch of different videos because I ink blend the same every time. I also get a kick out of court cam people taking showers while on Zoom court. Yeah, see, I think I probably don't enjoy that. Like where people are just like, you're just in shock by how they behave. And I think I probably don't enjoy that because I lived it for so long. Like I would just be blown away every day by the way that people behaved or the things that they thought that they were entitled to. Okay. Oh, a bird still freaked me out, Tina. Thank you, Alfred Hitchcock. All right. So before I take the mask off, I'm going to do the stuff in the background. You knew there was going to be stuff in the background if you've been here before. So I have a little thing of water over here. I'm just going to use that to do my little splatters in the background to create. Here, I'll zoom us in. Swoop. To create a little bit of texture just with some clean water. And then this already has perfect pearls in it. So I'm going to add a little bit of water there. And I'm going to mix that up to reactivate it. Yep, every time, Lisa. I can't help it. Alrighty. Okay. And then again, the finer the droplets, see how large these are up here because we did them first. If you want fine droplets, tap it off a few times before you take it to your paper. If you want bigger droplets, take it directly to your paper. Okay. All right. I don't think we're going to make it so it is snowing. I think we're just going to leave the little stars in the sky situation the way that it is. Okay. Back out. Too much. Back in. All right. Going to clean this up. And I do have pink nail polish on, so I'm slightly apprehensive about getting this onto my moon, but we'll see if I can get a corner to come up. Nope. Over here, maybe. There we go. Okay. Big, beautiful moon. So now we could just put our little guys in there. See, they're flying in front of the moon. Aren't they adorable? We love them. Oh, too far over. Okay, like that. This one should be in front of this one. Okay. So I think that's good. I think I'm happy with that. I am going to do a little bit in the background just to give our moon just a little bit of glow. So this is just I just have a yellow brush. I'm not going to like dip it in anything. I'm just very lightly going to kind of add a little bit of color to the center just so it's not like a stark white. Alternatively, we could add some texture and stuff with our markers, but this will do for our purposes. I did leave the edges all white. Am I going to lop off one of the deer's back legs? 100%. Yep, I'm gonna chop them off. So here, let's just talk about that, okay? So if you wanted to make this fuller without having to do more, you could, like I obviously did this one as Rudolph, so that he's kind of got to be the lead car, you know what I'm saying? But if he was not, and we just wanted to show all of the reindeer, you could put this deer here, cut off his back legs here, and then take these legs and put them up here. So it would look like it was going to continue. You know what I'm saying? So let's glue these down. Here it is. Okay. And then, of course, we will add all of our little extra bits. Okay. I got knocked off, but I was going to say I'm surprised you're not adding a little something on the white moon. Oh, well, see, Curl, you've been watching me for too long now. You know all my things. All right, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have this right up against the edge. Just like that. And then this little guy. Is going to go just to make sure. It's going to go here. I'm just going to lift up this guy's tail just a smidge so I can fit him behind there. And the tail will go on top there. Okay. And this is where we talked about those shears earlier. This is where those nice big shears come in. And then we just trim it off. And then, like I said, if you wanted it to look like there was another deer or whatever, like you could just do, obviously this doesn't make any sense, but you know, you could have done the little legs behind here. So then you would get the effect of another deer continuing on down. Okay. Yeah, exactly. All right. So I really like that. So now let's go in and do our things. So first things first, we're going to do a little glitter on the moon. This is just clear glitter. Could I have done this before? Yes. Do I ever think of it? No. So you can also add some glitter to their little bows. That would be cute as well. Okay. And now remember I said I was going to color in the tail right here with the white pen because I lost my piece. So I don't want to forget to do that. And then I'm also going to get these little freckly spots on the back of the little reindeer. And that's really going to, look at how cute that is. I'm going to zoom us in. Look how cute. Stop it. You're adorable. Okay. And the freckles are different sizes. So I am trying to be conscientious of that. Very, very cute. So then now I'm going to do like one little dot for the eye and then a small dot above it. And that's going to help. Look at how much this is such a little thing. And it's like one of those things that I talk about all the time. It's such a tiny detail. And look at how much just like life it gives that little deer. Look at this one versus this one. Like, look at how much he has so much more life in our little reindeer. And it's 2 dots of a white gel pen. One bigger dot, one smaller dot. Question, how do you store your Nuvo glitter pens? Up or on their sides? I store them up and down. So we got the big one and then a little dot right up above it. So cute. And then we can do, you know, like little highlights on the hooves. I think that would be cute. We can do a little highlight on the bow. Also, like on the little antlers. So that those kind of stand out a bit. Yeah, I think they're super cute. In addition to that, I'm going to do just like a couple of brighter stars in the sky. You could also use this if you wanted to add snow. I just think like having that bright white helps to make a difference into our background quite a bit. And you don't have to make them all big. You can do small ones as well. I just think can you even imagine getting this in the mail? Lisa, you're so sweet. My sister actually just told me, she was like, you need to like put your cards out on your website so that people can come get them and you can be rid of them and they can have joy. And I was like, it's probably not a bad idea. All right. So here, see this part of this joy right here? This is one of my most used hacks for heat embossing. If I don't get a good impression that I'm happy with, then I like to go in and just fill in that little section. And for some reason, I did not get a great impression with that part of it. Probably should have stamped it again. But nonetheless, I'm just going to go and fill it in with a white gel pen. And then, oh, see, I kept saying I was going to do the shading on the white, but honestly, I don't even think it needs it. I didn't even miss it. So, all right. So let's back us up here. I think she's a cutie. Oh, you know what we should do? I know what we should do. Hold on. I'll find it. In a minute. I will find it. What did I do with it? You know I use it all the time. Seriously? Here's some. Okay. All right. This is a brand new bottle I've had to open to do our little glittery Rudolph nose. So cute. All right, so let's do our giveaway. No honey coins with the discount. Yeah, you can't use your honey coins. So I will let me do this. And I will give me 1 second. Oh, hello. All right, I will read them as soon as I get my camera to focus. Hello. There you go. Okay. I will read them again. Okay. So you guys know. Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. Thursday, 25% off site-wide. That actually starts tonight. And so Wednesday, 11:59. Thursday at midnight. That's when the sale starts. No code needed, 25% off the entire site. It can't be combined with any other sales, coupon codes, or honey coins. That's true for all of these. I'm not going to keep saying it. Friday and Saturday, 30% off the Honeybee branded merchandise. Perfect time to stock up on your Honeybee favorites. 30% off all of their branded products. Plus, while supplies last, that's this guy here, get a free exclusive stamp and die combo with any purchase over $100 or more. Limit 1 free bee set per customer. No coupon code needed. Discount and freebie will automatically be added at checkout. It cannot be combined. We said that before. Then Cyber Monday, buy 2, get 1 free on all Honeybee branded tools, paper pads, and gem and pearl stickers. No code necessary. In addition to all of these, they are doing $500 in gift card giveaway. Spreading a little extra holiday cheer. Every purchase you make from Thursday through Monday automatically enters you into a daily drawing for a $100 Honeybee Stamps gift card. They will choose a winner from each order, like each day's orders, and then they'll announce all 5 winners on December 2nd. It doesn't look like the die is good for Thursday as well. It looks like this die, oh, look at it, it's off to the side. I'm sorry. This die actually starts on Friday and Saturday. And Betsy, excellent point. Also note, Honeybee is in Pacific time, so the sale times likely are also. So is midnight Pacific time, which might be different for you. So that's what we have going on. And also we're going to give away our usual gift card that we always do. And so hopefully that'll help you to get in there and do your Shopee sales. So I'm just going to randomly scroll as we do. Who won I think Lisa won last week, didn't she? So we're just going to scroll, and then we will find a winner here. Lisa. So Desert Lisa, you're the winner. Congratulations. So I'm going to go over here. I don't know if you have won before. Congratulations. I'm very excited for you. Okay, so you're going to send an email to the lovely Betsy at customercare@honeybeestamps.com, and she will hook you up with your $25 gift card. Betsy is a rock star, and she's usually very, very fast. She's very communicative. So you should be able to have that in plenty of time to shop the sales this weekend. So with that said, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you had fun creating with this little card, the little freebie. I think it came out super, super cute. And I love it. I love the little freckles on the back. I think that's so darling. And so I will, since I won't be editing the video, I will take some photos of this and then put it up in the Honeybee Facebook group for you guys to see. So when you get yours, if you wanted to see it maybe a little bit more up close, you have that option. Okay. All right. You guys have a happy Thanksgiving. I wish you all of the joy and warmth of the holiday season. I'm very excited my shirt matches the card. I wear a lot of blue because this is my boyfriend. And I will see you guys. I'll probably have some videos and stuff over the weekend, but I will see you again Monday for our premiere and our little chit chat. Okay. All right. Have a happy holiday, guys. I will see you later.